Ah, no. Welcome to the big show.
He could go all the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
What is going on? Welcome to episode 23 of The Rundown, our second to last episode of the season. Joining me as always is my partner, co-host over there eating the banana with the shades on, Mr. Chris Cousins. How are you doing, Chris?
I'm doing good, man. You know, I just want to say I love it when a plan comes together. You know what I mean. I've been saying it all year. You know, I've been getting hated on. You know, because I know people don't like when I'm right. You know what I'm saying? I can't help it. You know what I'm saying? That I call a spade, and I see what I see.
I'll give you credit for being right, but I'm not going to be that easy. I am not going to be that easy because congrats to the Rams for winning, but guess what? I'm putting an asterisk in the record books next to their name.
I mean, it definitely took a very furious turn there at the end. I'm not going to lie. It definitely took a hard right. I will admit, it definitely took a hard right. But again, I will say, you know, the game that was played will always outweigh the decision that was made.
Hey, Fred.
I guarantee you, and this is no disrespect to the Bucs. This is no disrespect to anybody else. But anybody else in that championship game, it's a massacre. It's a massacre. And then what? And then we would have been seen as the Ravens.
Navario. No, hang on, Chris. Navario. Really? We don't cheat shit. Really? We really have to go back down that road, Navario? Come on, brother. We know.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Man. I like I said.
Hey, look.
Miss Francis, if you're watching, I don't know if you do, but congratulations to you and your organization for the championship. You knocked off their number one team in the country. Kudos to you. Very big thing. And Fred, I will agree with you. The MIFL is even it's a big shit show over there, but we're not going to talk about that because this is our show for the PFA. So
we'll definitely leave. We'll leave a mess over there. That's their business. You know what I'm saying? That's their business. I will say, at least we had a championship game. But hey, all in all, it was a great game. Instant classic. Came down to the fourth quarter. Both teams played their freaking guts out. Okay? Everything was on the line. You know what I mean? Everything was on the line. They played their hearts out. Unfortunately, I will say it, the number one quarterback threw a pick six, man. He threw a pick six. 1:46 left in the game. Up on them. You know what I'm saying? Up on the opponent at the time. So, I mean, all you had to do was basically close the game out, and you're in a perfect season. It kind of reminds me when Tom Brady and them lost to the Giants, brother. You get all the way to the top of right before you get to the top of the hill, just to trip and fall.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop this ref help bullshit already. Okay. Excuse my language, but we're tired of hearing that ref excuse.
Hey, look,
you lost it. Whoever you are, Andrew Myers. If you're on the Ravens, you guys lost the game in the last minute and a half.
Listen,
we watched the damn game. We watch the games every week.
We have said this all season.
Yeah.
The Michigan referees are garbage. We have said this.
Not our fault. You guys keep using the same refs.
They don't have a particular garbage can that they like. They treat everybody like garbage.
Right.
Okay? We know this. And that's why the motto has always been score more. Score more.
So the ref excuse is tired and drawn out and watered down. Well, then why Andrew, if you're on the Rams, why are you bitching about the refs, bro? You guys won the game.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Hey,
why are you bitching about the refs?
Rams, hey, if anybody's watching that's a Ram player, hey, just sit back and relax, baby.
Yeah. I don't want to hear no BS about the refs from either team.
We got this.
Ohio refs are not the worst. We have some great refs in Ohio.
Refs are the worst.
We have some of the best.
I'm not saying that they're in a whole total another category, but from what I have seen with my own eyes in Michigan, especially this season, no. I'm sorry.
Now, are the refs are refs perfect? No, we've seen that all season. There's been bad calls, but the fact that we heard the excuse of the refs helped out the other team and we lost, we've heard that over and over and over again every single week from everybody.
But Andrew, this is what we're saying, fam. Did those calls stop you from winning the game, fam?
No, you're right. You're right, Andrew. This is a talk show. I apologize. I thought you were bitching about the refs. I didn't realize you're on the Rams, so that's my fault. But me and Chris get a little animated about the whole ref.
Cause us to lose. Listen, when it comes to football, guys, I once was a player in the semi-pro, so I'm not saying something I have no context and no back behind. We know that the refs have always been a problem in semi-pro. Okay, we know this. It's hard to find refs. Okay, to even come and referee these games because of the stigma of semi-pro, pro advancement football. We get that. So why keep bringing it up? It's like beating a dead horse, fam. Let's just know that we want to try to make it better, and we're trying to make it better, and we're trying to get better referees. We're trying to make sure the referees have credentials. Everybody's on the same board, but to keep going over the same dead horse every single week, yes, me and Brad are tired of it, fam.
Hi, Miss Francis.
Tired of it.
Miss Francis is in the chat. We got 46 people watching. Chris, I think this is a record. It's a record
I appreciate
of viewers.
Jumping in. Me and Brian had his idea. Why wait till Thursday? Let's jump on it right now. The last game of the season. It's way better to talk about it the Sunday after a championship game than to wait till Thursday. And we want everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's already talking about it. So why not talk about it on the show? Why not talk about it?
But like I said, Miss Francis is in the chat. Congratulations, Miss Francis.
Shout out to Miss Francis.
We appreciate you all season. You're great. You're a great owner, and you're one of we love you, Miss Francis. We love you, and congratulations on the win.
It's the fact, Navario. Everybody thought I was crazy. Shout out to my man Jerry for the meme. Shout out to my man Jerry for the meme. Everybody thought I was crazy.
Was that his meme? Did he make you that meme again?
He made that meme. He made that meme when I picked the Motor City in the first regular season game, the 19 loss. I stand on my twos, and I said if they ever meet again, BTA was going to handle business. And what happens? What happens?
Look, we've seen the Ravens be tested a lot this year. A lot of close games, a lot of points scored on them in a couple of those games, and they came back and won. They were undefeated during the season, so it was like a perfect storm. Whether they were going to be the Ravens that would score 50 points, or whether they were playing the Rams, the Bucks, the Tigers, the Bills, it didn't matter. Or were they going to be the ones that were going to be tested and it'd be a close game, and that's what we got, was a close game. And we know the Ravens are human and they make mistakes just like everybody else. They threw that pick in the last minute and a half. And hey, Kevin, what about me? You appreciate Chris?
Shout out to the Ravens. I will never disrespect a team for doing what they did. Almost 3 years going undefeated is something that is unheard of. Let's put that into context. 3 years of going unbeaten. And also in those 3 years, playing against teams like the Texas Prime, playing against teams like Racine, okay? Playing teams out of Illinois, playing top tier teams and still coming out with wins, winning national championships, winning league titles. So, hey, all good things must come to an end.
No, Daytwan, they weren't super dominant, but they were undefeated all through the season. So, I mean, we knew that was going to be, and we thought maybe there were some teams that could beat them or come close to beating them, and none of the teams were able to. But come playoff time, it's a different story, and it's a whole new season, so to speak. So, I mean, like I said, hats off to the Rams. Now, if it would have been any other team, I don't think it would have been a close game like that. Like Chris said earlier, if it would have been, any other team, it wouldn't have been a close game.
Andrew, I'm gonna have to disagree with you because every team in the PFA is a hard-ranked team. And that was proven by our out-of-league play this year. We only lost 2 games out of league play, and both of those games was against Racine. Anybody else was catching smoke, catching fire. Ask the Dukes how that went for them. Ask them. So
now I will.
Everybody in the PFA, the Bills, the Gators, Glass City Tigers, Bucks, come get the smoke then. If you think we so weak over here, come get the smoke. I don't know how many times we put out, hey, we need a game here. We got a game here. A team folded in another league. We need to try to get a game. Nobody wanted to come get that work. So I don't want to hear that the Ravens played a soft schedule. And you would have said that we cupcaked them if they would have won. We already know that. But they lost. So why? So now you want to change the narrative and try to say, oh, they played a weak schedule. Get out of here with that, fam.
Now I will say the Rams had a pretty tough schedule. They played Racine. Did they play the Bison? They did play the Bison, right?
Yeah, they played and the Bison. Shout out to the Bison. You know what I'm saying? Because they about to do their thing over there in their league. Stop saying that, bro. Stop it, bro. Stop it.
Hey, you're right, Fred.
So weak over here. Holla at your boys.
You're right, Fred. No one made their own schedule. We made the schedule. Actually, Commissioner Duncan made the schedule. He's the one that did all the work of filling games and trying to fill schedules when other teams canceled. Or
shout out to the MCFL for partnering with us. Shout out to the TPFL Blue for partnering with us for the games. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the GDFL lightweight because I don't really mess with you. But Racing, we know what it is. You feel me? We play tough teams, fam.
Daytwan, I do think
since we talking about schedules, you tell me one league that you can play a whole 10-game season and not have to play the same team twice. I'll wait. Because you can't. We're the only league who just did it for the first time this year. All our teams did not have to play each other twice. And if anybody, and we already went, Nick, you trying to bring up some, hey, my man is handling business right now, fam. Everybody know my man worked for law enforcement. Calm down, fam. He handling some, calm down. Let that be what it may. You making it hot for my boy when y'all keep doing that too. Y'all know my man is in law enforcement. He handling something. Calm down with that too. Calm down with that noise.
Right.
So again, shout out to the Rams. The 3A 2024 Midwest champions of the Players Association. That's what we're here for. We was here for the competition all season. All season. Yeah, it looked like the Ravens was going to take it. That's how they were playing. And shout out to them for playing the way they were supposed to play. They did their job. We laid them in, we put the teams in front of them, they knocked them down. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. But in this league, fam, we don't duck nothing. And I'm tired of everybody wanting to be complacent and all that. If you think it's so soft over here, come on. Come on.
Regardless of the Rams will be in Florida, the Ravens will be in Florida, the Bills will probably be in Florida, and not to mention,
Brian, that's the point. That's even a better point. You name me one league right now that has a possibility of putting five teams in Florida.
No disrespect
coming back with 5 national champions in one league. Stop playing with us, bro.
Right.
Stop playing with us.
There's no other league that's going to have that many teams down here in Florida come January. So,
in one league, Brian, one league. 5 teams.
And if there's any other teams in Michigan that are going to Florida, it's not because they had competition. We all know that.
And let's speak on that. I believe last year, Motor City Rams went through a tournament and won a national championship. So you think we don't got teams that are going to go through a tourney? Shout out to the Phantoms that can't win a chippy. Hey, I like I keep saying, I keep hearing a lot of this and a lot of that, but ain't nobody putting pen to paper. Ain't nobody putting cleats on the field. So until you come over here and I'm gonna say it just like this: play with the big boys. I ain't got nothing for you. Nothing for you.
You're right, Fred. Those two teams that you just mentioned, but what's happening? They were got handed the championship, but no game because all the other teams left, got disqualified, or whatever the hell's going on over there in that league. That's the only. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, the PFA teams had to play a tough schedule to get. The Rams had to play a tough schedule. The Ravens had to play a tough schedule. The Phantoms had to play a tough schedule. The Bills had to play a tough schedule.
I just don't see where we getting the disconnect, I should say, not the misconnect, the disconnect. Because we talking about a league that's filled with powerhouse teams, but then we want to sit there, and again, no disrespect, shout out to Slash and them boys. They knocked off the #1 Cleveland Rams yesterday. Shout out to them. But if we really want to be real with ourselves, if we really talking facts and we not talking sugar, you in a 3-team league, my boy. So you going back to back, you think we gonna have reference for that? You think we gonna really respect your back to back, and you in a 3-team league? Is there a playoff? Shout out to my man Jimmy Melton, Ohio Broncos coming soon. Pit Bulls, you already know.
Pit Bulls, another team that played a tough ass schedule. I mean, they played the Ravens. What are you
talking about, Brian? Like, listen. I've been, as y'all know, me and Brian, we've been having, we got lives outside of this. You know what I'm saying? Brian's got work. I just recently became, a high school football coach. So it's season time. You feel what I mean? But I've been itching to get on here. Because y'all been doing a lot of chatter. I'm your favorite troll. I see everything. I've been in the Michigan room. I've been in the Ohio semi-pro room. Hey, before I even get to, shout out to BTA in the troll game. Okay, that troll game is vicious over there in the Michigan. The troll game is vicious.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna next year we're gonna have a troll award. We're gonna have a troll award next year at the end of the year. The best troll.
The stuff I've been saying over the last, it's vicious over here. I've been waiting to get on here because it's just been so much back and forth, this and that. But when it was made available, and I say this again, when it was made available, when games and opportunities came open for other teams and other leagues to come catch some smoke, nobody wanted it. Nobody. So I don't want to hear nothing about Ravens played a soft schedule, this team and that team. My league has juggernauts in it. If you want to find out, come on.
And we all know.
See how well you fare.
The elephant in the room, Chris. The announcement of the PAFL coming back. Shout out to
my man Jermaine Campbell.
We're excited to see another league that has the same type of vision as the PFA, but we're not worried. It's the off season. We all know the BS that goes on during the off season. Teams commit to this league, then they jump back to another league. We're not even worried about that. You know what I'm excited about the off season? It's the off season, and I don't have to deal with minor league football, professional advancement football for at least 2 months. You won't hear from me. You won't see me. I'm taking a vacation from all this crap.
You going to Cancun, Brian?
I'm not going to Cancun, but I'm taking a break.
South Beach?
Down to South Beach. Yep.
Hey, but I gotta correct something in the chat real quick. The Broncos with Jimmy Melton, the Pit Bulls are not fold. My man Jimmy Melton has a vision. The Pit Bulls are now he's starting a flag football league. The Pit Bulls will be in his flag football league. The Broncos always existed. It's always been Jimmy's baby. And as a player and the coach, you got to push yourself in goals. And Jimmy has won a championship with every single organization he's touched, except the Broncos. And if you need to push yourself to get yourself mentally right, you put something out there. Jimmy's trying to be one of the first to have five championships with 5 different organizations. And I'm not saying just league championships. He also won natties with them too. So my man is trying to do something that is unheard of over here in Northeast Ohio. So shout out to him. Shout out to Jermaine Campbell, the godfather of what we doing even right now. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for him even starting the PFL, he was also my owner. He was a coach. He's my friend. We wouldn't even be sitting. I wouldn't be sitting in front of you right now. The PFA would not even be in existence because we saw his vision. Duncan and I were players in the PFL. You know what I'm saying? We saw the vision of what Jermaine was trying to put down. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? He sold the lead to Chuck LeBeau. He had to step down for family and things of that nature. We all know how that is. Chuck was unable to keep it going. And through that, the PFA and other leagues like the BCFL, TPFL were born. But our goal and our vision, even in those leagues, has come from that man. So I definitely want to give my man his flowers. Anybody who knows Jermaine knows the work that he puts in. He's a great businessman. He's a great football mind. The man younger than me. You know what I'm saying? But I look up to him because of the maturity and the business-like concepts that he has and what he's trying to do for this level of football. So I can't wait to work side by side with him again. I know he's going to get some dogs in his league because Jermaine was about that slow too. So I can't wait. It feels like I remember when the PFL and the HFL coexisted at the same time, and you had the Canton Legends, you had the Fire over there, you had WPA, you had Buffalo Celtics coming down. Then in our league, we had juggernauts from West Virginia. We had the juggernauts in Ohio, you know what I'm saying, as far as OGK and them boys. I can't wait. See, that's the thing. Everybody wants to bump heads. Everybody wants to be the man. Nobody wants to work together. And that's what this level of football is missing. We got to work together to make this better. It's not going to just take one league. It's going to take a bunch of leagues working together, making this happen. Because we got at the end. Some people don't get paid for this. I know some teams got a bag, but some teams don't get paid for this. So we got to work together to make this thing pop. So all this back and forth, I know I talk my shit, you know what I'm saying, about other leagues, but that's just because I want the best of the best to be in my league. I'm going to talk shit about my league. And I know they're going to do the same about theirs. So
and all season, Chris, we've been upfront, and we don't sugarcoat stuff for the teams in the PFA. We ain't going to sugarcoat stuff for the teams outside the PFA. We tell it like it is, or we try to anyways. And some people don't like that, and some people will agree with it. Some people are, but it is what it is.
I'm just saying, like, do you think I'd be crazy if I didn't say I didn't want the Fire over here too, or I didn't want Erie over here too, or I don't want WPA over here too, or I don't want the Dukes over here too? That's why I talk so much shit about them. I want them over here. I know what they're capable of, but I don't feel like they getting justice where they at, man. I don't feel like they not getting iron sharpen iron. I was always taught that, and I was raised that way. The only way you're going to get better is not to keep trying to go undefeated. Not at this level.
Play teams that are going to test you and make you better.
You got to hang your hat on something, Brian. You got to hang your hat on something. I can go 13-0, but the first thing a semi-pro player, and tell me if I'm wrong, chat. First thing a semi-pro player going to ask you, well, who did you play? Who'd you beat in that 10-0, 12-0 season? Who in your league? Because that's all that matters. Did you beat somebody worth beating? Motor City Rams can hang their hat that they just beat the #1 team in the nation for the last 3 years. Yeah, they took some L's this year, but what was the outcome? Ravens can hold their head up high because they did what they were supposed to do and lost to a good team in a close game. That's what it's about. Any given Sunday, anything can happen.
I'd rather lose to a good team in a close game than blow a team that's mediocre out by 40 points. That's not fun. That's not exciting. That's not exciting. I mean, honestly, if anybody wants to go into a game and blow another team out just to get the win, that's an issue to me.
And Brian, my opinion comes from I'm watching, and again, this is no disrespect to the Dukes. I love what y'all doing there. Shout out to Mike Clay, Darren Brown, you know what I'm saying, and the boys. But when I'm watching videos and I see my man on the field eating a glizzy before the play. Come on. You really telling me you playing something? You're not worried about who you playing, fam. You can't tell you're eating food on the field. And you want us to respect the championship that you win. Just like, for instance, everybody know Ohio State in the Big Ten. It's been a cupcake situation for a long. They got to wait for Iowa to have a good team. Got to wait for Purdue to have a good team. Got to wait for Wisconsin to have a good team. They set them up. They knock them down. This year in the Big Ten, you got USC, Oregon, Washington, and UCLA coming in. So if Ohio State wins the Big Ten, what will they say then? What will they say then?
Right.
So that's why I encourage the better teams, come where the better teams are. Why you think all the teams in most of the ACC and they join the SEC? Because that's where the teams is. That's where you're gonna get that medal clashing against each other. That's what I want. That's what I want for all of us. I really for real, no cap. I want a Midwest National League for real. And I know I say the national is not the whole thing, but I want all the Midwest from all the way from Indiana all the way to New York. We should all be in one league. We should have games against New York Strong. We should have games, you know what I'm saying, up against in New Jersey. I don't see the problem with that. But the problem is a lot of people don't want to work together, and a lot of people scared to get whooped.
And
they don't want to change that 0 to a 1.
We've seen what happens when people work together, Chris. We've witnessed it this year, this season. The PFA, the MCFL, the BCFL, all these leagues, 4 or 5 leagues working together. We've seen what happens when we just work together, put our differences aside, let our egos go for a little bit, and just play some good football.
Navario, I get it. I know folks don't like to travel, but my thing is when you have all these teams in a league like that, you can then break it up into conferences and in divisions. And that way you'll play your division, but then you'll travel a little bit just for some non-conference games. You really won't have to travel far into the playoffs. And if your organization is built for it, then you won't have a problem with travel. You feel what I'm saying? Some teams, listen, and I can only tell you what I know. The Pit Bulls was a 2A team and played the 3A schedule. They had to travel from Ohio to Michigan several times.
Like 4 weeks in a row or 5 weeks in a row.
Went through a juggernaut schedule. Never complained once. The organization never complained about the travel because the travel is not it's the least of the concern for teams sometimes. It really is. Because you can't tell me you got the Bucks, the Dukes, the Wolfpack, who else over there in Cincinnati? All over in that. You're right there by Columbus. So you got the Fire, you got the Gladiators right there. You can't. Why are everybody right there all in different leagues? All those teams is all in different leagues, but they're all in proximity of each other, at least 45 minutes. Make that make sense to me. It doesn't make sense, bro. At all.
So the question that's floating around in the chat is that the Rams beat the Ravens, number 1 team in the country. Are they number 1 now? I don't think they are. Hey, no offense to the Rams.
We don't do rankings. We stay out of that.
No. If I was doing the rankings,
I told another player that, Brian, because he was like, "Do y'all do national rankings?" Hell no. Hell no.
I don't agree. I don't agree with the rankings.
Don't have enough time to watch everybody's games, bro.
No. We don't agree with some of the rankings that are dropped as it is, let alone do our own rankings. So we've seen the people bash the I-75 rankings, and are they correct? Not in my head, no, not entirely, but they're trying.
They're doing the best they can.
They're doing the best they can.
Shout out
Everybody
to,
wants to.
Shout out to him. Shout out to National Players rankings. Yeah. These guys are doing the best they can, and you make a good point, Brian. People do be getting bad, and that's why we stay out of it. We only do the rankings for the PFA, and that's off of wins and losses. It's easy peasy. You know what I'm saying?
Now, are the Rams number 1 in the PFA right now? If we did our last end of the year season rankings, they probably would be because they won the championship. But as far as putting them number 1 in the country right now, no. I mean, anybody that's doing rankings, even if they're legitimate rankings, they're not going to put the Rams at number 1. No offense to the Rams. But I tell you
this though, I put any one of my teams in the PFA against anybody you think this is the best team in the league or the nation. I take any one of my teams in my league against anybody you think is the best in the nation. I don't care if you in Chicago. I don't care if you in Texas. I don't care if you in California. I take any one of my teams against yours any day because I know what we're trying to build over here, and I know the people that we brought in to build it, and I know the teams and the organizations that we brought in.
Come play the Knowles. Who are the Knowles?
Hey,
and
hey, this is what I'm gonna say about that. A DM got sent. So if we didn't play, what you think happened? Why would we be all? Why? Then ask yourself this: why would we be all the way up in Michigan? Oh, I played against the Brooklyn Seminoles. I know about them,
the Brooklyn Seminoles.
Seminoles too. Why would we be in Michigan and not want to try to get a game with them? Why would we not want to? So we definitely tried to cross that bridge. We definitely tried to cross that bridge, bro.
Andrew, I'm saying that the Rams would be number one in the PFA if we did another ranking. Not number one in the country. Not number one in the country.
Yeah, if we do an in-season ranking, the Rams are definitely number one. And basically understand the rankings that will then come out for the PFA will basically be based off of how everybody plays in the playoff. Because that's why you play a playoff. That's what happens in the NFL. You're placed by how you finish.
Really the only thing that changes in the PFA rankings, as far as me and Chris, because we do them, is the Rams go to number one and the Ravens drop to number two, because that was the Rams were number two in the playoff before the playoffs. So, I mean, yeah, they're number one because they won the championship. We cannot say not number one. But as far as the question about number one in the nation, no, because the Racine Raiders are still undefeated.
Players ranking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to ask him that question. We don't get into that. I don't get into that because, like I said, I don't have the capability to set eyes on every single team. And when I mean set eyes, I mean literally go and watch you play. It's a difference between watching you on film and literally being in the game. I'm watching mannerisms. I'm watching coaching. I'm hearing how players are talking to one another. I'm hearing how they communicate. I'm watching how, if they're down, how do they respond? I get to see it live up and close in person. So I can't put eyes, Brian can't put eyes on every single team in the nation, damn every single team in the Midwest.
You also, if you want to have the argument of if you're number one in the nation, you guys lost to Racine Raiders. They're number two in the nation. So now they would be number one in the nation because they are still undefeated.
Hey, so we can just Brian, so we can just say this. We know that the Rams are going to the Natty. Hey, Racine.
Are you going to actually play in a Natty?
How about a rematch for the Natty?
In Florida.
It was regular season. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no money. What I would call wasn't no money on the line. You feel what I'm saying? Wasn't no money on the line. But how about for the Natty, Racine? Raiders against Rams.
Andrew, it is a personal opinion. It could be a personal opinions for the people that do their rankings, but I know I-75, they have a formula that they use.
I-75 has a formula.
So it's not just we want this person, we want this team number one. As far as Chris and I do, when we do the PFA rankings, we don't use our opinions about it. We use wins, lost, points against, points allowed. So that's how we do the rankings. So whether the Ravens have outscored teams all season, so technically they would still be number one if we use that. But the Rams won the championship, so we have to give them the number one spot going into next season.
Hey, shout out to my man Jeff from Racine on here. Hey, Jeff, let's make it happen, baby. I know you're gonna win the chip. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all gonna win the chip. Rams is ready. You feel me? Let's do Florida, baby. Let's do Florida. Listen. One of my teams already beat the Texas Prime in the Natty game. Shout out to the Ravens again. So why not put all the chips on the table? I know y'all gonna win y'all league. I got faith in y'all to do that for sure. But let's get this Natty popping. I'm all about smoke, man. I like games that when you win them, it's not just, oh man, I won and now I got a Natty. I like the game when I won and I know I earned this. I beat a good team to get this. So no matter what nobody say, you can't take that from me. You can't take it. I didn't beat no cupcakes. I didn't beat no team that showed up with 12 players, 13. No. I want to play a team who's gonna show up. I want everybody healthy. I don't want no injuries because I don't want no excuses.
So everybody is watching in the chat. The number is open. The call-in line is open. Number's on the screen. So if you guys want to call in and talk about football, talk about the game, keep it classy and professional. Let me know if you're going to call in number. Text me first so I know it's you, so I don't screen your phone call. But the line is open. Chris and I
said
love
Raiders
to talk.
schedule was. Hey, listen, we tried to help as much as we could with the Raiders schedule. You know what I'm saying? We tried to give them as much filler. You know what I'm saying? They asked us for some help filling some games. We try to do as best they can, but again, they are not in our league.
We can only do what we can.
We can only do what we can about their schedule. We help them as much as we can. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I know they're gonna win their league. I'm just trying to get a rematch for my Rams right now. My Rams want to be national championship number 1. They beat the number 1. The number 2 still out there. They want the smoke.
I will say this.
I'm politicking for them right now.
I will say this. All the teams from the PFA, any of the teams from the MCFL, any of the teams from the BCFL, you guys come down to Florida. I will be there. If it's not in Miami, if it's in Daytona or somewhere outside of Orlando, I will be there, and I will do interviews with anybody from those any from those leagues. I don't care. We'll do interviews. We'll do a show because I live in Florida, obviously, so I would love to. I'm hoping there's a ton of teams that we know that are going to be there because I'm excited to see who's going to make it and win the ranking or win the.
I appreciate Jeremy for saying that comment because I was just about to say that. Everybody always said Racine didn't travel. Last year they went on a world tour. Every single one of their games was away because they got tired of that narrative being put out there that they wouldn't travel to you. They got tired of it. But again, if anybody's played in Racine, you want to play in Racine. You want to play there. You want to be in that crowd atmosphere where the stadium is fully packed. TV cameras, vendors,
tailgating in the parking lot is insane for a professional development football. Tailgating. So Archie, we're not saying that you don't jump up. I don't know what rank you were ranked in any of the national.
Yeah, I don't know how that goes. I just know, the number 1 team got beat. The number 2 team usually bumps up. They already beat my Rams in the regular season. We want the smoke in the net. If we want to try to see who is the real number 1, let's play for it. Forget all that other. Let's play for it. That's what y'all missing a key point here. Play the game. Because we keep having these problems where teams don't want to play other teams because they're afraid of losing, especially on the big stages for national championships. I've seen a lot of teams win their league, and then when it gets time for nationals, they want to play a Podunk team, or they don't want to play this team, or they want to go to this bowl because the bowl is going to force them. I've seen that. I've been around this too long. Nobody wants to go to Florida and take a loss.
Hey, we're going to have a phone call here in a second.
National championships is to play against teams you won't see and other teams that are built just like you. That's the reason for a national championship game.
Newsom's going to call in.
Okay.
I told him he can call. So, but
how did the Ravens run from Racine when they beat them?
Archie, or to answer Archie Nolan Jr.'s question, if me and Chris were doing national rankings, you guys would be top 10, top 5, maybe.
Unknown caller.
What's up, Newsom? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Newsom?
Yeah,
can you hear Chris?
How you doing? Yeah, I hear him.
Chris, can you hear Newsom?
Yeah, I got him. I hear him. What's going on, Newsom?
What's up, my guys? How y'all doing, man?
Good. Congrats on the win, buddy.
Man, appreciate it. Man.
Great game. I tried to watch most of it, and that was a hell of a game you guys played. And congrats to you and Miss Francis and all the players and stuff on a great season, and a way to turn it around with all the drama that we had from last week. But congratulations, and you guys beat the Ravens, and wow, what a game!
No, definitely was a great game, man. Hey, Chris, shout out to both of y'all for the podcast. But for sure, hey, Chris, man, I still got the video. I'm gonna post it from preseason. Chris called it. Chris said when they asked who gonna win the PFA this year, Chris said I got the Rams winning the PFA at the beginning before we ever played a game.
Yes, he did.
before we had a Rick, he called it, man.
They said I was crazy, dog.
They did. They said Chris called it, man. We just came back from Florida. Chris called it. He said the Rams was going to win.
And again, I seen y'all play. I was in Florida when y'all was there. I watched y'all play. And again, that's why I tell these people, like, I can't judge you if I've never seen you with my own two eyes and seen a game. And for what y'all did last year to go through a tournament and win a natty, that said a lot about y'all as a team and the organization. So why would I not think y'all wouldn't bring that same energy this year? You feel me? But hey, I don't know nothing. You know, I'm just me, dog.
Hey, you called it, man. I ain't gonna. But look, man, me and my guys, we knew too though. Like we knew we was gonna win it. You know, we knew. Like, you know, it's like you said, we had when we went up to Racine. You know, Racine, one of the top programs, top orgs. You know, like we went up there a little shorthanded. You know what I'm saying? Because some of our guys were still playing arena. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't really make no excuses. And you know, a loss is a loss. So we took that loss earlier, and then we also took the first loss to the Ravens. The game came down to the wire that game. So it really was like two losses that we could have won both of them games. You know what I'm saying? And we knew we could have won. So we already knew that the whole goal was to get back to that championship game. We already knew what we was gonna do. Like even with them having the 10 points, we knew that. Like we knew this second time the Ravens wasn't gonna score. We knew that.
Now Newsome, I'm gonna put it out there because you a player rep, so you in the group chat too.
Right.
Can you not try to tell these boys how many times we offered games that people was ducking?
Oh no, throughout the country, throughout the nation, man, a lot of these teams was not trying to fill no schedule, especially when it came to honestly the Rams and the Ravens. Like people was not trying to play. People was not trying to play for real.
We literally was asking all the. I mean, not really. I ain't gonna say we asked all the powerhouses, but if we thought you was a good team, a good organization, and was about trying to get, we went after them. We asked everybody. We had open dates. We had teams fold. You know how it is. Nobody wanted to respond. We definitely asked. Dunk put me in specific private groups. You know what I'm saying, with certain owners, and we trying to talk, and then they just like, no, oh man, our schedule filled now. I'm like, no, bro, y'all just said y'all was open, and then we said we open, not as field.
Man, I tell you, filling that schedule at the beginning of the season for Dunk, that he had so many changes and so many like teams folding on us and stuff like that. He did a great, excellent job keeping that schedule. I mean, I know we had some forfeits, but you guys had a hell of a schedule. Like,
I mean, that's because honestly, I have to cut you off, but like Chris would know, and you know, man, the Rams don't duck no smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like our schedule kind of went out of our favor this year. As far as like we had 6 away games. We had 4 of them that we had to take bus trips for this year. You know what I'm saying? To all good teams. Like we took a bus to the Indy Bison. We had to take a bus to Racine. We had to take a bus to the Dukes. You know, like we took, you know what I'm saying, bus trips against powerhouses this year. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, the Rams ain't ducking no smoke. Anybody that was saying they wanted some, the Rams took it. You know, whether
hey, we open for business. I tell the PFA open for business, dude. So I'm trying to tell them, we open. We open for all business. And listen, I am vouching. I am politicking for you. I want to see Racine, Rams, Florida. Who number one? I want the game. I want the game, bro.
Well, just like with this Ravens game, they already know the Rams will love. The Rams will love. The Rams will love that.
Yourself worthy of some get back. Racine,
the Rams will love that
rematch.
The Rams will love that work.
Hey, Newsome, Jeff Schick of the Racine Raiders asked if that was the same quarterback that you guys had when you played the Racine Raiders. I don't think that was Future that was played the Racine Raiders.
Okay, so the quarterback we just played with in the championship game, Damon Batten, aka Debo, that was our quarterback from Florida. He played with us in Florida because Future had got like flight issues, you know what I'm saying? And then then remember Future tore his Achilles versus the Indy Bison in week 3. So Future been out for the year.
Okay.
Yes, and then our other quarterback, Armani Posey, he broke his leg, you know. So this guy was, you know what I'm saying, like he came from the Badgers last year, but he joined us in Florida. He's been here since. So but when we played Racine this year, he was playing in the arena. He had an arena game that day.
Okay.
His team had won the arena championship that day, so he didn't play with us this year in Racine.
Well, Newsome again, man. I appreciate you for tapping in with us, bro. Congratulations. Hey, take some time away from the Michigan board trolling for a little bit.
Maybe after this week, man. But this week they gonna hear us because I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of doubt, a lot of talking.
Hey,
look, the Ravens gonna hear us. Ravens gonna hear us for the rest.
Vicious over there.
Hey, the Ravens gonna hear us for a minute, man. The Ravens got a whole year before they can get back. They gonna hear us for a minute.
hey, Newsome, I already told Chris next season we're gonna have a troll award for the best troll.
Hey, the Rams right now, they troll game. It's vicious, bro. It's
man, listen, look, right now, look. The Rams right now, the number one in everything. Number one team, number one trolling, number one uniforms. We number one in everything. Number one promo, number one flyers. We number one in everything.
We're gonna have.
Hey, I can't deny the promos and the flyers do be fire. I can't even hate on those. They do be fire.
Yeah, we're going to have 2 troll awards, one for an individual, which would go to Jerry from the Ravens on trolling on Chris every week.
Hey, he's definitely troll number 2. Jerry, my man. I'm not even mad at
we'll have a team.
We'll have a
team troll award.
Yeah, Jerry, a funny guy. Even though these last 2 games he ain't had no catches, but he's funny.
He had no catches.
He's the best. I didn't have no catches.
Well, Newsome, like Chris said, congrats, man, to you and the Rams. It's been a long season, and I don't know about you, but I'm glad we got a break coming up.
Man, definitely, man. You know, we about to enjoy this, man. Start getting ready for Florida, man.
Yeah, and when you guys
we'll see y'all down there.
Hopefully, you'll be in Daytona, and I'll be there watching. So we'll do some interviews and set up a show and mic some players up or something. And
we're gonna be in Florida, dog.
Sounds fun, man.
Awesome, man. Have a good week, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Y'all too. And Ravens, one more thing, but y'all is not the 50 boys. Y'all the 10 boys. All right, y'all.
All right.
Hey, Newsome, I need some Miss Francis. I need some swag. Can I get some gear?
Yeah,
oh, yeah, definitely, man. We got you, man.
A shirt that says BTA on it or something.
Definitely. We got you, Chris, for sure.
All right, bet.
All right, my guys.
All right, later. That was Derek Newsome.
Mario said 10 boys. Wow.
10 boys. Yeah. That was rough, man. That was rough.
Hey, but no, I ain't gonna lie, between Jerry and Mike Cash, Mike Cash troll game is vicious too. Mike Cash got a vicious troll game.
Yeah. It'd be a
and shout out to my vet trolls, Chris Valentine,
Rocks.
What's my Billy? Shout out to my vet trolls, you know what I'm
saying? Billy Cole.
Always gonna be there.
He's a troll, but he's not no top 3.
Nah, he's just a troll. He's just always gonna be there. Billy and Chris they just always there. You can always count on them and say whatever the hell they want. They always gonna be there. It's been like that since I was playing.
Right.
So Chris can't help himself sometimes.
We appreciate everybody in the chat. We got like a record tonight, probably because it's a championship. But I think we were up to like 46, Chris. We're up to 46 people watching.
I'm happy. I'm sad. I'm sad it is over, Brian. And I know it's crazy to say that. I know it is. We've been through so much this season. We've had a lot of ups, downs. It started out very rocky. You know what I'm saying? Everything we was doing, and we got to the point where we was ready for it to end. But now I hate to see it go. I hate to see it go.
Like we talked the other day, we started this for the PFA, and no matter what happens in the offseason, if 10 teams join the PFA, we got 20 teams, or we got 3 teams, Chris and I will still be here for the rundown. So we got some stuff in the works. We're going to talk through the offseason, but no matter what, the rundown's still going to be around next season. So
and that's a credit to everybody that's in this chat right now. That's a credit to everybody who subscribed to the channel. That's a credit to everybody who liked the Facebook page. You have turned me and Brian's our dream into a reality, and we have been able to make a platform not just for the PFA, but for the professional advancement football development. Too many words. Semi-pro. We've been able to make that platform, and so we want to expand. You know what I'm saying? We want to start adding. You know what I'm saying? Adding more teams, adding more leagues to the show, and talking to some more players, talking to more coaches, and so that's the goal. And we wouldn't be able to do that. We wouldn't be able to take that leap this quick if it wasn't for you guys. So shout out to you guys for tuning in, tapping in, sharing. Like I said, it's not really a monetary thing with us. We do appreciate it though. but it's not. We just the sharing and the content and liking the page, man. We just appreciate it so much. I can't tell you from the bottom of my heart, I really do.
Definitely. We do, this is we do have one more show, or actually, one more live show coming up.
One more live show.
Where we're
handing out some hardware.
We're going to announce the award winners for the season, and hopefully we'll have that by hopefully get that Thursday. And then the following week, we were going to do a mega show, but I couldn't get enough people's attention to get on the show, so we're going to hold off on that. But Chris and I will be dropping the best of the rundowns, volume 1, the following week. So we're going to take the best clips that we think from all the shows that we've done, 24 of them. Surprise! The 24 is a crazy number to have, for the first season of the podcast. But
one of the other things I want to let y'all know right now, I myself, on the Rundown channel as well as on the Old Boy Sports Show, send us your highlights tape from this season. I'm gonna be doing reactions during the off season. I know National Players Ranking. Shout out to them. He does the National Player Rankings. I know he asked for stats. I'm asking for highlights. We want to see it. You know what I'm saying? We want to be the judge. We want to see who you playing, what you're doing. We want to see it in action. So look for it on the page. I'm gonna put our email up. Send us your highlight films from this season or a season ago, and know that you will be critiqued. Okay, know that. But it also will get you on the platform. And guys, I know we've had some people on here, Brian, and we've been talking about it. Hey, think about investing in the GoPro this offseason. Okay, think about it. Shout out to my man Ben Kershaw, Drizzy Pope, real player. Was one highlight from the Ravens. Mm-hmm. These brothers is getting paid for their content now. You know what I'm saying? These brothers is getting paid for their content. If you really trying to do this and you really want to try to make it to the next level, or you really want to show off your craft and what you can do, promote yourself. Invest in yourself. Get a GoPro.
Yeah, get a GoPro. I mean, nothing's easy. If you want to make something of, promote yourself, you gotta put the work in, man. I mean, it's not gonna.
Mike, I'm not sure if we're doing the show for the I-75 Bowl Series. We haven't been, offered the gig yet, but with depending on me and Brian's schedule, I know we definitely wouldn't have a problem, trying to make that work out for you guys. So, not a problem in the off season, so we definitely will be trying to, like I said, you guys have gave us the opportunity to make the show build faster than we expected, and we appreciate it. So in the off season, there'll be a lot more announcements coming from us to let you guys know exactly what we're going to be doing, and, who we're going to be, who else is going to be on the rundown.
We're going to take a short hiatus, for a month or two, but once national talk starts, we'll be back doing some shows here and there. Excuse me. Like we did. But Chris, congratulations on your new coaching job, by the way.
Appreciate it.
So Chris is going to be busy with that, and I will be covering Tampa Bay Buccaneers football this year. So and not to mention UCF football. So I'll be there every week at the home games, taking pictures and covering the games. So I'll be at the UCF versus Colorado game. I don't know.
Yeah. Ooh, hey, when is that? Can I get in on that?
Listen, I don't know.
Make sure you take pictures of Prime, bro.
Let me look.
Make sure you and Travis Hunter get some good picks. I didn't know you had that one, B.
Yeah, it's the whole season. I had to get the whole season or nothing at all.
Oh, that's dope.
I was just at their pep rally for the kickoff for fall sports yesterday. Not yesterday, and then last night I was at Raymond James Stadium where the Bucks play, taking pictures of a big time soccer game. So that was cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to do my best to put some, like I said, we all got different goals and aspects that we try to do. And one of my goals in my playing career when I was in high school and now as a coach is I never went to states, and I never won a state playoff game, and I never got a state championship ring. So I'm trying to go get me some hardware that I don't got. I did it in semi-pro. I've won my rings. I've done that justice, and so now I'm trying to get something, obtain a goal that I don't have yet. And to me, that's what it's about. When you're in football and you still got that passion, sometimes you got to make a goal that you haven't done yet, and that's a goal that I haven't done and I want to do. So I'm trying to bring the Mansfield Senior Tigers a state championship this year. So
there you go.
I'm coaching. I'm helping I'm with my cousin. Shout out to Coach Choke Bradley and the rest of the coaching crew. With my cousin Taylor, coaching the O-line, man, getting these boys ready, man. We got some studs, and I just can't wait till the season starts here in the next couple of weeks, man, to actually get my first coaching win
there you go.
in high school. So I can't wait for that.
Yeah, like I said, man, it's been a crazy, like you said, it's been an up and down season. You know, like when we started the show, we didn't really know what we were going to have and how we were going to do it, but we just kind of went with it, and it turned into something pretty cool. So like Chris said, we appreciate everybody's support, PFA, not just PFA teams, but everybody that's, you know, from the other teams that we've had on. But we have big and better things in store for next season. So, but yeah, that's
hey, man, I appreciate everybody in the chat today, man. It's going ham. I like it, man. Hey, we gotta keep it going like this. So we'll definitely make sure, you know what I'm saying, you tap in when we get y'all. Again, we gather together to announce the awards for the PFA, the 3A and the 2A awards, MVP, offense and defense, coach of the year, organization of the year, rookie of the year, all I think we're doing most improved as well. All those awards are going to be presented on the show. So make sure you tap in if you can. And hey, shout out to Miss Francis, man. I called it. You know I did.
Not to mention, we'll be doing our rundown all team, first team and second team announcements next, as well as the reward awards. I don't know how that we're still. Are we picking those? Are we picking those from each?
I think
team?
we was going. I think we're having teams. We're giving information to the coaches and the owners. They're going to nominate players, and then
we're going to pick out those.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So your coaches will be getting that information here, either here during the week. They'll be making those nominations. So hopefully you guys played your best, did your best that you can, because the eye in the sky never lies. And like I said, get us those highlight tapes. We really, 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 really want those highlight tapes, because again, I'm all about creating a platform. Brian is too, about promoting you guys and putting you guys out there. So if you have a highlight tape from this season, if you don't get one made, I'm going to put the link up on the page, our email address, so you can send it to us. I'm going to be doing reactions during the off season. And also we're going to be trying to keep up with this free agency crazy market is going to happen. And of course, Jermaine, the PFAL is back, and all these. We'll try to keep you in the loop as much as we can with news and information and things of that nature. But the rundown, like my man B said, we definitely will be back. We're not going nowhere. We are here for the culture, and as you guys showed us, the culture needs us. So we're not going nowhere.
Yes, Fred. Before y'all come back, upgrade from Temu. Yeah.
Hey, Fred, for real. Next season, bro, it's not even gonna look like this, fam. It's not even gonna look. Y'all gonna be like that. It's not even gonna look. Me and Brian got so many things.
If me and Chris lived in the same town, if we lived in the same city, we would have a live studio going with I used to have a podcast in my garage for the team I worked for, and we had couches, and I mean it was pretty cool. But
it's definitely gonna be a whole new look. You know, we're gonna have more segments, and we actually gonna probably try to get, because everything you go through is a learning lesson. We learned a lot this season, me and Brian. So going into next season, there'll be a lot of possibly pre-recorded things. A lot of things might be done early, and we'll just put them out there like that to you guys and so forth. But we definitely will always keep the live shows. We love interacting with you guys. We love hearing what you guys say. We definitely love when you guys call in and talk your shit. You know what I mean? So that will never change. We always will have a live show. My brother lives in, Brian's trying to get me to move. My brother lives in Florida. My dad lives in Florida. They've been trying to get me. Listen, I don't do hurricanes, fam.
It's not a hurricane yet. It's little Debbie. It's little Debbie right now. It's little Debbie.
I'll take tornadoes and flood warnings over hurricanes.
Hey, as long as you don't live near the water, you're good.
Listen, I might be big and not be able to get moved, but that wind of God will move anything. I'm not messing with it,
right now that storm is only 65-mile-an-hour winds, man. It's not a hurricane yet. It has to be like 68 or higher.
You should hear when my brother talk. He's been living there so long. Like when they get the tropical thunderstorms, I call him word, like, bro, you cool? That thing? He like, everything cool. He sound like it's so normal now.
Yeah.
So normal. Like it doesn't even faze him. He like, yeah, they got a hurricane coming, man. We're gonna be cool.
Look, I grew up in California, so that's like earthquakes. And people I first moved to Indiana. I think I'm good in the Midwest, bro. I think I'm right in the good. I can do a tornado. You know what I mean? I've been in one before, and I can do the flash flood warnings but the earthquake, hurricane. Man, I tell you,
I don't mess with God like that.
I went through a 7.2 earthquake and then a 6.9 aftershock, so nothing really can't get any higher than that, really.
Yeah, Miss Francis said, "I'll take snow blizzard. I'll take that. I'm not. No. Because somebody tried to say like Arizona. I don't listen.
Earthquakes.
I'm 350 pounds. You think I want to be in some dry heat?
Oh,
you really think
Florida? You think dry heat's bad? Wait till if you move to Florida, you'd be like, damn. This shit's hot.
Florida weather almost like Ohio weather. You never know what you're gonna get when you walk outside. It's gonna be hot 1 minute, rain 3 seconds, hot the next minute. You can't never because when I went down to South Beach, it rained. I'm like, man, I'm thinking, man, the day over, like it's raining. It rained for all the 15, 20 minutes. Next thing you know, sun popped out. It was hot the rest of the day. I said, what is going on?
I think it's rained down here the last month. It's probably rained almost about 80% of the time in the last month. And it's rained 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks we've had rain almost every day.
That's crazy.
I mean, but when it's spring and fall, it's perfect, man. The weather's perfect. It's 70 degrees outside, not hot. But when it's July, August, September,
I ain't gonna lie. I like all the seasons. I'm not really, partial to one or the other. I like to see the seasons change. I like fall when the leaves. I like to see fresh snow when it falls. I like springtime because everything starts to bud up real nice and beautiful. And of course, I like the summer because the sun dresses. But you know what I'm saying? I like all 4 seasons. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Fred, I told you got new stuff coming. Brian letting the cat out the bag a little bit.
I've always had those. I've had those. I have all kinds of them. Let's see. I just never use them.
Sally, we got some stuff coming.
I had the rim shot.
You and Brian, me and Brian, y'all have made some of our dreams of things that we wanted to do that we wasn't sure if we was gonna be able to do so quickly. Y'all have made that a reality. So that's why next season the show will be on another level. I promise you.
And we won't hear
look like this. I got a green screen coming. It's gonna be great. So we hope everybody, but we might not see you. I take that back. We will see you, but we hope everybody has a wonderful week. We appreciate y'all for tapping in to us on this Sunday, day after the championship. Once again, shout out to the Motor City Rams for winning the PFA's 3A Midwest Championship once again. Shout out to them for being the champions. And as always, I'm Chris Cousins, man, my co-host. I can't do nothing without him. Florida, Brian Mitchell.
My tan. See my tan.
Oh, yeah. You get a little dark now, Brian. You get a little dark. You might pass for being beige now.
All right, we'll catch you guys next week for the awards announcement, and everybody have a good week. Like Chris said, we're gonna pay some bills.
Run down, man. Catch us if you can, baby.